I wake up each morning and I'm kind of a ritual guy. I wake up, got my Alani right here. I sit there and I try to meditate. That's always hard for me. But then I'll feed the cats. And then before I go to the gym, I'll open up OpenAI, ChatGPT. I know y'all are on Claude's dick. That's cool. I'm all Altman for some reason. Just because I don't know, I like the interface. So I'm here to prove that you can do the same thing with that one. Gemini, Grok, it can all be done, but it just pick your poison, honestly. But before I go to the gym each and every day, I cook up an idea for an app. Just like feeding my cats. It's part of my new routine. Actually, before that, I schedule my trial reels. I schedule all my posts for the day. I got my system down, but I really want to push myself to build an app every day, and I got to be pretty good for a while. Would you like to see some of my apps?
Oh, yeah.
Anybody? Cool. Let me take you through. Well, we already know about Crate Hackers. We know about Banger Button. Let's take you through Crate Wizard. Crate Wizard's kind of nice. I have it set up here to where we'll just go through the tabs. What this does is I put one in the chat if your Serato library looks like doo-doo right now. If you've got like, what was it? Popo was on the live stream a couple weeks ago from Atlanta. He had like 79 crates in his Serato. And he feels like, he needs an intervention. Well, I built this app for him. It's called the Crate Wizard. So we know that he is an open format pro. And just like this, it built us a folder structure with emojis and everything. Now you can start to change the crate strategy a little bit more. You can create your backup plan, and this could export into your Serato. So not to say it's going to replace and overwrite, but it's going to give you this template. And of course, that's a simple approach. Here's the pro approach, a little bit more. You've got for him a tool bag of acapellas, inboxes, decades broken down, and then you've got the touring one, which is just a little bit more with backups and archives for if they need to take a previous show and revisit it. So again, this is the first tool. If you like that, I will drop it in the chat. I'm just going to keep raining links on you if that's cool. You want me to keep sending you some shit? Because this is stuff it's been tested. It works pretty well. That's the first one. The next one is called Clean Crates. And again, this is something I was thinking about when I was a high school prom DJ. I was fired from a school district because I accidentally played too many songs with the F-bomb in it. And I thought, wow, this would have really come in handy if I could just erase the dirty stuff, or better still, replace them with the radio edits. So I did that with Spotify. Let me find a website. Let's go to one that has like a lot of rap in it. Here we go. 2010s hip hop. This has 45 tracks. This is a Spotify playlist, and it's going to analyze the playlist. It'll scan tracks and find the clean alternatives. Yes, there's a clean version on Spotify, and there's a dirty version. And this is essentially just going to go through. And in a minute here, it'll take a second. We'll come back to that, but it will allow me a chance to, there we go. Awesome. Modify the original if I want to. I can, let's see, this is clean. They found a clean version of Drake, The Motto. God, I couldn't even imagine what that sounds like. Probably edited every 30 seconds. that Lil Wayne in the bathroom lyric. Oh my God. I mean, it's probably just edited every second. But if it can't be replaced, it could be deleted or kept, and then just set right back as a clone to Spotify. So if you like that, I will drop that in the chat for you. And again, this is just me literally yelling at my computer before I go work out. I have an idea, or something hits me in the shower, and I'm here to tell you that not all of them work out. Sometimes they just become spaghetti and bullshit, and I have to throw them out. But I'm trying. I'm getting better. I mean, even Glenn's saying, "Dude, you're getting dangerous," and that's a compliment for me, because Glenn to me is like the North Star of programming. If I can impress him, I mean, we could impress him. We could impress him. If you like what you see, just start yelling at your computer every morning. That's it. Next one. I love this one. It's called didmysetsuck.com. I'm always second guessing myself whenever I perform. I Yeah, I'll see a full audience, people's hands in the air, but then I'll be like, did I really? Did I really rock that party? So I built this just to kind of be my set list roaster. You ever seen like the roast of Kevin Hart or something like that? That's basically what I built this on. I trained it on Comedy Central roasts to give me full on transparency. So what I did was I gave it a set list. This is my Riot Ranch set list from last Wednesday, and I let it cook for a little bit. Let's see what it said about it. Here's my coaching review. This DJ set was a neat cocktail of nostalgia, mainstream bops, mashup madness. You kept the dance floor alive like a 90s themed roller rink with a Wi-Fi connection. Now let's channel the same energy into fine-tuning your track placement. So it gave me a score breakdown, energy balance, variety, intent. Tracks 4 through 9 were the crowned moments. It talked about me playing the LMFAO remix, which honestly, that if you go back to my reels, you'll hear that version. And that one had the most energy. That one had most people with their hands in the air. And somehow it called it out on that. Now it's also saying where the energy likely dipped. And sure enough, tracks 10 through 13, that was my trap set. I went in more into break beats, into more trap. There was not a lot of energy there, so it called me out on that. Unbelievable. It talked about my safety plays. It talked about considering repositioning, what was underutilized. And then it starts to show you way more than you need to know. What to consider for your next set. What to consider maybe swapping out. Keeping certain songs in rotation, retiring this, honestly, as much as I love me some Don't You Worry, Child, it might be time for it to go. So did my set suck.com? If you like that, drop a 1 in the chat. I'll give that to you. Works really well. Okay. And got a few more. You like what you see so far? Pretty fun, right?
Oh, yeah.
I have no background in this. I'm a DJ, just like you are. But I think we need to get over the barrier, that mental block that, oh, I don't know how to do this. I used to have to email Glenn to get a change done. And then I would have to go to GitHub. Then I would have to go into this framework of whatever these companies do, like this timeline. You can cut right past that velvet rope. You can yell into your computer and say, but then I'll warn you, these are nice. These are sexy. They're pretty. There's a lot of garbage underneath that needs to be cleaned out by people like Glenn. You understand that? We are not getting rid of the people like Glenn. They have to double check our work before we push it out. You could go off and do level 10 on your own. But the reason why level 11 exists is because we need to put a sheen on top of this product you have. We need to make sure it's future-proof and it can handle, 7,000 people on the app all at once, like Crate Hackers. And I'm willing to bet you a lot of your apps are going to crumble because they don't have the infrastructure. So follow me on this. We'll get you there. This is my next app. This is called HackID, and I love this one. They're doing so badass. Watch this. Okay. I feel like Dom. When I actually had dinner. Let's go to Twitch. And this is it's called HackID. HackID works like this. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn the volume up just for a second and explain what's about to happen. I open up HackID. It is connected to my Spotify, my Tidal, my Apple Music, and Crate Hackers. So the moment I push start is the moment it begins to identify the songs coming from this particular stream. We'll come back to it in a minute here, but I'm willing to bet you that when he plays a track that is recognizable, it will show up here. Give it a minute, but once it does, you'll be able to start. And again, it all depends on if it's a remix. It could be some underground bootleg that maybe you got on SoundCloud. Those are going to be difficult to identify. However, I've had a 92% success rate of it listening. And what I'm trying to tell you is that this will give you track IDs of every single song on Spotify. I'm sorry, on Twitch, as well as YouTube. So if you're watching, for example, I'll look up DJ R&B Mix 2026, and I just want to kind of get up to speed as to what is being played. I'll go to track ID, HackID. I'm just going to reset it. And once it does that, you can see it's already recognizing the sounds of what's happening on YouTube. So I click Start Session ID, and this one will probably identify tracks a little faster because R&B is probably a little easier to identify. But once it's done, it shows up in your Serato. Basically, you've just taken his entire set and put it into yours. And that's available right now. It's I'll give it to you through Chrome. It is free. It's very hard to find because it's not fully approved by Google yet, but just because you're here, you can have it, and it's safe to use and free. Check the link for that, HackID. Let's see if it popped up anything so far. Just curious to see how well it does. I think I need to have a volume on. That might be my problem. But you get the general gist of HackID. Next, we have DJ Meme Shirt Machine. Okay, so what I've done here is we have a website by the name of dj.style. You might know this from the necklaces and the really cool swag that we offer. I was thinking about what would happen if we just built a piece of software that just creates shirts on the fly. So I tried that. I was like, okay, Hacker Summer Camp. We were talking about Hacker Summer Camp, right? So let's just generate the art. And in a second, it's going to come up with an idea for a t-shirt. Using generative image generation, it will basically give you what it's going to think would be a good t-shirt. And you'll have about 4 options here shortly. Here's a few of the ones that I built one time. Somebody Read the Room. Yeah, there was a few others that I've made along the way, and they avoid copyright. You know, they try to stay away from any kind of logos that would get you in trouble. We'll come back to that in a minute, but that would, in essence, this Hacker Summer Camp t-shirt would be listed and ready to sell on dj.style the moment it's finished. So think about all it takes to get your idea onto a shirt. You got to find the distributor. You got to get the design. You've got to set up the sales page and so on and so forth. Well, I've fixed that. Here we go. Hacker Summer Camp. Let's put this to the test right now. I want this one. I'm saving it. And then I'm going to approve it and publish it. And then everyone's going to get this t-shirt. I'll be able to drop it for you in the link. And you'll be able to have this for sale, ready to go on dj.style shortly. There it is. There you go. Check it out. Ready for sale right now. $32, the Tech Adventure Camp. And it doesn't necessarily have to be for, here's my idea. For anybody who's like, okay, I have a t-shirt idea. Let us host it for you. I'll give you the cut. You want to make the money off of it? Well, sure, we'll set up an arrangement. But how about this? I'm going to go ahead and give you this link. Drop that in there. Keep it. Whenever you have a t-shirt idea, this is the quickest path to production. We've just cut out the middleman. You're welcome.
Yeah, that's dope.
You like that?
Yeah.
Thank you. Just a few others, not too many more, but what we had as a company was a reputation of Crate Hackers had a reputation in the early days going forward that, we weren't being very responsive with help desk tickets, and we weren't, doing our just dues. We were, but it's hard when you got a small staff. So I AI'd the shit out of that. If you go down to Crate Hackers, you'll be able to see a step-by-step ability to, update your payment information, banger button support, and all the things you would ever want. It's just easier. So I'm saying that it's an easy landing page, but it helped me make life a lot easier for my customers. At the end of the day, it's all about retention, and this was designed to make that. What I did was I went and I reverse engineered what Verizon and SiriusXM did for their customers. How many of you all been on a sales call with Verizon or SiriusXM, right? They have their methods and they have their ways of being able to retain their customer. Now, we are a business. We want to keep you around. I'm going to try to keep you in our world. So I've designed this to try and give you offers. If you're going to try to cancel, I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that you've got yourself, we need to know why you're canceling. And then after that, I'm going to give you maybe some help desk articles. And then after that, maybe I'll give you a bonus to stick around. I'll give you a half off to stick around. Whatever it takes to keep the customer was been cooked into this app. All the psychological approaches are just there. I would give you this link, but I don't want you to cancel. So that's just one that I'm just feeding you with some inspiration for your business. This is also for my business. Right now, this is it's called Campaign Output. This is a little bit more niche down for my needs, but it shows you the capabilities of what you can do. My normal method on a Monday morning after I build my app and work out and I have my Alani and I pet my cats, I do hackathons on Tuesday nights, but then I have to promote the hackathon. And that takes a lot of work. So I just, I'm going to do a Yacht Rock hackathon this Tuesday, right? And I figured I'll just do original idea and then, okay, perfect. Boom. Here's your YouTube script right here with all the chapters and all the tags and everything you'd ever want to say about Yacht Rock. Here is your SEO for your blog. Everything you need to, oh, look, check it out. Here's some threads. Here's some Facebook. Here's some Instagram, all ready to go. Here's briefs for our creative department to make better non-AI images. I'm really starting to push against generative AI flyers, and we use AI smarter, and we send descriptions to actual human people to design it for us. So this is just that one less friction to get better quality promo. This goes into the Crate Hackers app. This is a blog. This is an email. This is a text. It's all here to where all I need to do on a Monday after I'm working out and drinking my Alani and feeding my cats and meditating, and still not doing that well at meditating, but I will do this, and all of my campaign will be built and ready to go so you can join us on hackathons on Tuesday night. Last one. Pick a playlist. Take any playlist. Spotify. You connect to Spotify. This takes you from Spotify. I want to take this EDM Classics. Looks good to me. I'm going to go ahead and push the button here. Where do I want it to go? Let's send it over to Tidal. Cool. Make it public? Yeah. Why not? Boom. It's done. It's basically just a way for you to be able to take your playlist and move them over to, I'll give you the link for that, by the way. It's the rip and go, take your playlists and put it on another platform. All that to say, wake up every morning, get some inspiration, think about this idea. Don't think you're incapable of doing this on your own. Yell at your computer until you get it right. I'll open up the floor for any questions, but I believe this should inspire you to make this part of your routine. Really start to think about what are these ideas that have been cooking in my head, because now the power is yours. My only suggestion is you cannot go at this alone. I repeat, you cannot go at this alone. They brag about the fact that one day we're going to have our first billion-dollar Silicon Valley company run by one person. That's very well and good, but it's going to be a very lonely moat. And the only way that we can do this is strictly as people who can hold each other accountable and make sure that we're doing this in a legitimate fashion.